The summer transfer window is now officially open, and from Chelsea to Chievo and Real Madrid to RB Leipzig, every team is looking to strengthen. In reality, deals have been going through since the end of last season, with more than £1 billion spent across Europe's 5 biggest leagues in England, Spain, Italy, Germany and France. Our Transfer Interactive covers all the latest deals, but here are the biggest moves of the summer so far. Premier League. The champions Chelsea made their first signings of the summer on Saturday, bringing in Willy Caballero and the 16-year-old Ethan Ampadu. Antonio Conte's side have also agreed a fee with Roma for the centre-back Antonio Rudiger, who is expected to join next week. There have been plenty of outgoings, with £20 million Nathan Ake and goalkeeper Asmir Begovic joining Bournemouth, who have also signed Jermaine Defoe 16 years after the striker scored in 10 consecutive games for the Cherries. Transfer window 2017. Every deal in Europe's top 5 leagues. Read more. Manchester City began the transfer window with a bang, signing Bernardo Silva from Monaco before May was out. Pep Guardiola has also added the goalkeeper Ederson from Benfica, and the spending is expected to continue with 3 full-backs released. Dani Alves is set to team up with Guardiola again, having left Juventus. Across town, Manchester United have spent £30 million on the Swedish defender Victor Lindelof, their only summer signing so far. Liverpool's transfer window has been mixed. Away from the Virgil van Dijk fiasco, Jurgen Klopp has broken the club transfer record to sign Mohamed Salah as well as Chelsea striker Dominic Solanke. Its neighbours Everton, who have really cut loose, spending more than £50 million on Jordan Pickford, Davy Klaassen and the Belgian striker Henry Onyekuru. Malaga forward Sandro Ramirez and Burnley defender Michael Keane are both expected to join in the next week. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Mohamed Salah has joined Liverpool for a club record £36.9 million, eclipsing the £35 million they paid for Andy Carroll. Photograph, Andrew Powell, Liverpool FC. Via Getty Images. It has been far quieter in North London. Tottenham are yet to make a signing, while Arsenal picked up Sead Kolasinac on a free, and the Gunners are closing in on Alexander Lacazette. Just up the M1, Watford have been busier. The new manager, Marco Silva, has signed Will Hughes and Tom Cleverley for £8 million each, with Kiko Femenia and goalkeeper Daniel Bachmann joining on frees. A fair way further up the M1, Chester City have spent £17 million on Hull defender Harry Maguire. West Brom have kicked off July with a 7-figure signing. Jay Rodriguez joins for a reported £12 million from Southampton, who signed Polish defender Jan Bednarek on Saturday. Darren Fletcher has moved from Albion to Stoke City on a free, while Swansea City have signed Dutch backup keeper Erwin Mulder. West Ham United have picked up Pablo Zabaleta after his Manchester City farewell, with Burnley and Crystal Palace the only sides yet to make a move. The newcomers Brighton and Huddersfield Town have begun building for survival. Chris Hughton has signed German midfielder Pascal Gross and the Australia keeper Matthew Ryan. David Wagner has broken the Terriers' transfer record twice, bringing in the £4.4 million striker Laurent Depoitre and sealing a permanent move for Aaron Mooy for £8 million. A permanent deal for Christian Atsu aside, Rafa Benitez is yet to stretch Mike Ashley at Newcastle United this summer. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Huddersfield Town have broken their transfer record twice this summer. La Liga. The Spanish and European champions Real Madrid show no sign of letting up, paying almost £40 million for the Brazilian 16-year-old Vinicius Jr. Barcelona are yet to make any major moves, losing the homegrown winger Christian Tello and gaining the homegrown winger Gerard Doulai, who returns from Everton for £10 million. Atletico Madrid are banned from making any signings this summer, while Sevilla have bought back Ever Banega from Internazionale. Villarreal have signed Sporting's versatile defender Ruben Semedo and Manchester City prospect Yanni Zunal, with Matteo Masaccio leaving for Milan. Real Sociedad have spent £6.2 million on the Real Madrid centre-back Diego Llorente, while Espanyol have acquired the forward Pablo Piatti from Valencia. After a disappointing 2016-17 season, Real Betis have splashed out, signing Tello, Victor Camarasa and Sergio Leon for £13 million in total. Alaves have lost manager Mauricio Pellegrino but made 4 signings, the most intriguing of which is Enzo Zidane, cut loose by his dad at Real Madrid. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Ruben Semedo has signed for Villarreal from Sporting. Photograph, Boris Struble, UEFA via Getty Images. Valencia remain in need of rebuilding, with only midfielder Nemanja Maksimovic arriving so far. Deportivo La Coruña have signed Guilherme from Udinese after a year on loan, with local rivals Celta Vigo spending £3.5 million on the Argentinian striker Maxi Gomez. Basque underdogs Eibar have brought in 3 players for a combined £1.5 million, while Leganés have signed Greek defender Dimitris Siovis for £2.4 million. Eibar continue to make the best of their resources, signing 3 players for a combined £1.5 million. Promoted Getafe have picked up former Liverpool forward Dani Pacheco, and Girona are expected to raid Manchester City's youth academy for loan deals. Serie A Roma have been by far the busiest of last season's top 3. The Giallorossi have signed Mexican centre-back Hector Moreno, Dutch right-back Rick Karsdorp and returning midfielder Lorenzo Pellegrini, but are £60 million in credit with the departures of Rudiger, Salah and Leandro Paredes, who has joined Zenit St. Petersburg. Napoli are yet to make any new signings, with Juventus making loan moves for Juan Cuadrado and Mehdi Benasha permanent, and Kingsley Coman joining Bayern Munich. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Roma have had a very busy transfer window already. Milan have spent big in the hope of becoming a Serie A title contender again. Frank Kessié, Masaccio, Fabio Borini and Ricardo Rodriguez come in, with the £33.5 million. Portugal striker André Silva the headline name. Neighbours Internazionale have a healthy bank balance, having signed only Torino's Daniele Padella amid a raft of departures. Lazio have bought the winger Adam Marusic and sold Dietrich Berisha to Atalanta, last season's surprise package. Atalanta have lost Kessié to a loan deal but have added a host of new signings, including centre-back Jose Palomino and former Cardiff striker Andreas Cornelius. Fiorentina have spent £15 million on signings, with £7.1 million going on the Palmeiras defender Vitor Hugo. Sampdoria have also spent big, with the £12.8 million. Striker Gianluca Caprieri arriving from Inter and Nicola Maru from Cagliari, who have also bought an Inter player in Senemiang. Torino have ended their interest in Joe Hart, instead signing Salvatore Sirigu on a free from PSG. Udinese and Bologna have raided relegated Palermo for Giuseppe Pizzella and Giancarlo Gonzalez respectively, while top-flight debutants Benevento have signed Gravelin and striker Massimo Cota. The bulk buy of the window so far belongs to Chievo, who set up a 5-player deal with Cesena. Luca Garitano looks the pick of their 3 acquisitions. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Frank Kessié has joined Milan on a 2-year loan deal from Atalanta. Photograph, Asuf Sanogo, AFP, Getty Images. Bundesliga Bayern Munich have wasted little time in seeking to extend their dominance breaking their transfer record to sign the Lyon midfielder Corentin Tolisso. Serge Gnabry has arrived for £7 million, as have the Hoffenheim pair Nicolas Süle and Sebastian Rudy, whose deals were agreed in January. Borussia Dortmund have a new coach in Peter Bosc and have strengthened their squad, signing Freiburg forward Max Philipp, Omer Toprak and £10.5 million midfielder Mahmoud Dahoud. Bosc needs to keep a handle on outgoings if they are to mount a title bid. RB Leipzig face a battle to hold on to the stars of their breakthrough season, and Davy Selk has left for Hertha Berlin. The club have spent £11 million on the winger Bruma from Galatasaray as they prepare for the Champions League. Fellow top four finishers Hoffenheim have been quiet, with West Ham flop Havard Nordtvedt their highest profile signings so far. Köln have signed Jehun Cordoba and kept hold of Anthony Modeste. For now, Freiburg head to the Europa League without Philipp or Vincenzo Griffo, but have brought in midfielder Pascal Stenzel from Dortmund. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Dortmund have bought well, but will new manager Peter Bosc be forced to sell? Selk has been joined at Hertha by Karim Rekik and Matthew Lucky, while Eintracht Frankfurt have spent £7.1 million on striker Sebastian Haller, who scored at a rate of 1 goal every other game at Utrecht. Schalke have struck permanent deals for Nabil Bentaleb and Yevhen Konoplyanka, and signed Deportivo's Pablo Insua. Bayer Leverkusen paid £1.8 million for Dominic Kor from Augsburg, who in turn picked up Fabian Giefer from Schalke. Mönchengladbach have lost some key names but have gained Dennis Zakaria from Young Boys, and Reece Oxford on loan from West Ham. After needing a playoff to stay in the top flight, Wolfsburg have made 5 signings, including U.S. centre-back John Brooks for £17.6 million. Fellow strugglers Hamburg have signed Andre Hahn and the Germany under-21 keeper Julian Polersbeck, while Mainz have acquired 32-year-old keeper René Adler. Werder Bremen have spent £4 million on Swedish left-back Ludwig Augustinsson, while Stuttgart have signed Japanese striker Takuma Asano on loan from Arsenal but lost Alex Maxim to Mainz. Fellow promoted side Hannover have added depth in Gladbach's Julian Korb and Hoffenheim midfielder Pierre Schwegler. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Yuri Tielemans, pictured playing for Anderlecht against Spurs, has joined Monaco. League One. The champions Monaco have seen plenty of activity, with promising midfielder Yuri Tielemans arriving for £21.6 million and Valere Germain joining Bernardo Silva and departing, the striker moving to Marseille. Leonardo Jardim faces a long summer trying to halt the revolving door. PSG are yet to spend anything, while Nice's biggest signing so far is playmaker Pierre-Lise Melou, bought from Dijon for £1.8 million. Lyon have been busier, spending their kitty from Bayern on Bertrand Traore, Fernando Marcal and the Real Madrid striker Mariano Diaz, thought to be a replacement for Lacazette. Lille have spent £8.8 million on Sao Paulo's Luis Araujo, with his club mate Thiago Mendes set to follow. Nicolas P. Acute arrives from Angers, who have also lost forward Famara Diédhiou to Bristol City. Bordeaux have signed versatile Danish midfielder Lucas Loriger, PSG fullback Youssouf Sabaly and Guingamp forward Alexander Mendy. The Brent Club have reinvested that cash on 5 new signings, including former Derby winger Abdul Kamara Khan. Have signed Steph Peters for £1.3 million and released Stede Malbranche. Promoted sides Troyes, Amiens and Strasbourg have picked up a host of cut-price signings in a bid to stay in the top flight.